Are you struggling to wrap your head around Java Lambda expressions or preparing for a high-stakes Java certification? One wrong arrow or a missing functional interface can break your code. In this video, we will cover Java Lambda Expressions practice questions and detailed explanations. Unlock the power of functional programming in Java. This comprehensive guide features 30 exam-style multiple-choice questions focusing on Java Lambda expressions. In this video, we dive deep into 30 high-quality practice questions covering everything from syntax and scope to functional interfaces and method references. Make sure to grab a notepad. Pause the video before each answer. And let's see how many you can get right. Which of the following is a valid lambda expression for a functional interface that takes two integers and returns their sum? Option A. Int a. B. To return a plus b. Closing curly bracket. Option B. A. B. To a plus b. Option C. A. B. To a plus b. Option D. A. B to a plus b. The correct answer is B. Option B is correct because it uses valid implicit typing and a single expression body. In Java Lambdas, if you have multiple parameters, they must be enclosed in parentheses. If you use the return keyword or multiple statements, you must use curly braces. Option A is invalid because if one parameter type is explicitly declared, all must be. Option C is missing a semicolon and return statement inside the braces. Option D is missing parentheses around the parameters. What is the primary requirement for an interface to be used as the assignment target for a lambda expression? Option A. It must be annotated with that functional interface. Option B. It must have exactly one abstract method. Option C. It must not have any default or static methods. Option D. It must be defined in the Java util function package. The correct answer is B. A functional interface is defined as an interface that has exactly one abstract method. SAM, single abstract method. While the functional interface annotation is recommended for clarity and compiler checking, it is not strictly required. Functional interfaces can have any number of default or static methods, as these have implementations and do not count against the single abstract method rule. Consider a local variable, x, defined in a method. If x is used inside a lambda expression within that same method, what must be true about x? Option A. It must be declared as volatile. Option B. It must be a static class member. Option C. It must be final or effectively final. Option D. It must be an instance variable of the enclosing class. The correct answer is C. Local variables used inside a lambda expression must be final or effectively final. This means the variable's value cannot be changed after it is initialized. This restriction exists because the lambda expression might be executed in a different thread, and Java captures the value of local variables rather than their references to avoid concurrency issues and potential memory leaks associated with stack-based variables. Which standard functional interface is used to represent an operation that takes a single input, argument and returns no result? Option A, supplier. Option B, function. Option C, predicate. Option D, consumer. The correct answer is D. The consumer less than t greater than interface represents an operation that accepts a single input argument of type t and returns no result. Void. Its primary method is except TT, single quote. In contrast, a supplier returns a value without taking input, a predicate returns a Boolean, and a function takes an input and returns a transformed output. Which of the following is the correct method reference equivalent for the lambda? String s to lowercase. Option A, string to lowercase. Option B, s to lowercase. Option C, string to lowercase. Option D, this to lowercase. The correct answer is A. This is a method reference to an instance method of an arbitrary object of a particular type. The syntax is class name, method name. Since to lowercase is called on the parameter s, which is of type string, the reference is string to lowercase. Option B is incorrect syntax. Option C is a method call, not a reference. Which interface would you use for a lambda that checks if a string starts with a? Option A, function less than string, Boolean greater than. Option B, predicate less than string greater than. Option C, unary operator less than string greater than. Option D, Boolean supplier. The correct answer is B. While function less than string, Boolean greater than could technically work, the specialized predicate less than t greater than interface is the standard choice for any lambda that takes an input and returns a primitive Boolean. Predicate less than string greater than has a test string t method specifically for this purpose, making the code more readable and idiomatic. What is the output of the following code snippet? Interface myfunc, int apply, int x, closing curly bracket, myfunc f equals x to x plus plus, system.out, println, f, apply, 5, option A, 5, option B, 6, option C, compilation error, option D, runtime exception. The correct answer is A. The lambda x to x plus plus uses the post-increment operator. In this expression, the value of x is returned first, and then the increment happens. However, since the incremented value is not stored back into a persistent variable, it's a local copy in the lambda body. The value returned to the caller is the original value of x, which is 5. If it were plus x, the result would be 6. Which functional interface is used when you need to create a new instance of an object with no input parameters? Option A, consumer. Option B, producer. Option C, supplier. Option D, constructor. The correct answer is C. The supplier less than t greater than interface represents a supplier of results. It has a single method, get, which takes no arguments and returns a result of type t. It is commonly used for lazy generation of values or creating new objects. Factory patterns. What is the syntax for a constructor reference in Java? Option A, class name, new. Option B, class name, new. Option C, class name, new. Option D, new, class name. The correct answer is C. Constructor references use the new keyword after the double colon. The correct syntax is class name, new. This can be assigned to a functional interface whose method signature matches one of the constructors of the class. Which of the following determines the type of a lambda expression? Option A. The parameter types inside the lambda. Option B. The keyword lambda. Option C. The functional interface it is assigned to. Option D. The return type of the lambda body. The correct answer is C. Java uses target typing to determine the type of a lambda. A lambda expression does not have an intrinsic type. Its type is inferred from the context in which it is used, e.g., the type of the variable it is assigned to or the type of the parameter it is passed to. This context must be a functional interface. If you need a functional interface that takes two inputs of type T and returns a result of type T, which should you use? Option A. By function less than T. T greater than. Option B. Binary operator less than T greater than. Option C. Both A and B are technically correct. Option D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is C. Binary operator less than T greater than is a specialized sub-interface of by function less than T. T greater than. Both can represent a function that takes two arguments of the same type and returns a result of that same type. Binary operator is generally preferred because it is more concise and specifically designed for this case. Can a functional interface contain a method from the object class like public boolean equals object obj as an abstract method? Option A. No. It must be the only abstract method. Option B. Yes. But it doesn't count towards the one abstract method limit. Option C. Yes. But only if it's annotated with an override. Option D. No. Object methods cannot be in interfaces. The correct answer is B. If an interface declares an abstract method that overrides one of the public methods of Java, lang, object, e.g., equals, hashcode, toString, that method does not count toward the interface's abstract method count. This is because any implementation of the interface will have an implementation of these methods from the object superclass. Which of the following is the correct way to write a lambda that takes no parameters and prints hello? Option A. To system.out, println hello. Option B. To system.out, println hello. Option C. To system.out, println hello. Option D. Void to system.out, println hello. The correct answer is A. For a lambda with no parameters, an empty set of parentheses must be used. Options B, C, and D are invalid syntax. What are the generic types used in the function interface? Option A. Function less than input, output greater than. Option B. Function less than T, R greater than. Option C. Function less than arg, return greater than. Option D. Function less than T, U greater than. The correct answer is B. The standard definition in the Java util function package is function less than T, R greater than, where T is the type of the input to the function and R is the type of the result. Why would you use int predicate instead of predicate less than integer greater than? Option A. Int predicate has more methods. Option B. To avoid boxing and unboxing overhead. Option C. Predicate less than integer greater than is deprecated. Option D. Int predicate can handle larger numbers. The correct answer is B. Using predicate less than integer greater than involves boxing, converting primitive int to integer object, and unboxing, converting integer back to int. This adds performance overhead. Int predicate works directly with primitive int values, improving performance in compute-intensive applications. Which method is used to chain two predicate instances such that both must be true? Option A, and then. Option B, compose. Option C, and. Option D, combine. The correct answer is C. The predicate interface provides the and predicate other default method for logical conjunction, and then and compose are methods found in the function interface for sequencing operations, not logical comparisons. How should checked exceptions be handled inside a lambda expression if the functional interface method does not declare them? Option A. The lambda will automatically rethrow them. Option B. You must wrap the code in a try-catch block inside the lambda. Option C. Lambdas cannot contain code that throws checked exceptions. Option D. You must declare the exception in the method signature where the lambda is defined. The correct answer is B. A lambda expression must adhere to the signature of the abstract method it implements. If that method does not declare a throws clause for a checked exception, any checked exception thrown within the lambda must be caught and handled, or wrapped in a runtime exception within the lambda body. Unary operator less than t greater than extends which functional interface? Option A. By function less than t greater than. Option B. Function less than t greater than. Option C. Consumer less than t greater than. Option D. Supplier less than t greater than. The correct answer is B. Unary operator less than t greater than is a specialized function where the input and output are of the same type. It extends function less than t greater than. What does system.out println refer to? Option A. A static method reference. Option B. An instance method reference of a particular object. Option C. An instance method reference of an arbitrary object. Option D. A constructor reference. The correct answer is B. System.out is a static final field of type printstream. Therefore, system.out println is a reference to an instance method println of a specific object, the printstream instance referred to by system.out. What happens if a lambda tries to modify a local variable defined in its enclosing scope? Option A. The variable is successfully updated. Option B. The variable must be atomic for this to work. Option C. A compilation error occurs. Option D. A runtime exception is thrown. The correct answer is C. Since local variables must be final or effectively final to be used in a lambda, attempting to modify them inside the lambda, e.g., count++, will result in a compilation error. Local variables referenced from a lambda expression must be final or effectively final. Which method is commonly used with by consumer in the map interface? Option A. Map, filter. Option B. Map, for each. Option C. Map, compute. Option D. Map, getter default. The correct answer is B. The map for each by consumer less than super K super V greater than action method takes a by consumer, allowing you to perform an operation on every key value pair in the map efficiently. Under the hood, how does the JVM primarily implement Lambda expressions to avoid creating a new class file for every Lambda? Option A. Anonymous inner classes. Option B. Dynamic proxies. Option C. Invoke dynamic instruction. Option D. Reflection API. The correct answer is C. Unlike anonymous inner classes, which generate a class file at compile time, Lambdas use the invoke dynamic instruction introduced in Java 7. This allows the runtime to decide how to create the object, usually using Lambda metafactory, which is more efficient and reduces the footprint of the application. Which of these is not a standard functional interface in Java? Util function. Option A. Predicate. Option B. Joiner. Option C. Supplier. Option D. Unary operator. The correct answer is B. Predicate, supplier, and unary operator are all part of the Java util function package. Joiner is not a standard functional interface in Java, though it exists in libraries like Google Guava. Which lambda is equivalent to integer, value of? Option A. S to integer, value of S. Option B. To new integer. Option C. A. B. To A, value of B. Option D. Integer to value of. The correct answer is A. Integer. Value of is a static method reference. It is equivalent to taking an input, like a string or int, and passing it as an argument to the static value of method of the integer class. What is the result of adding a second abstract method to an interface annotated with @functional interface? Option A. The interface still works as a functional interface. Option B. A runtime exception occurs when the lambda is called. Option C. A compilation error occurs at the interface declaration. Option D. The annotation is ignored. The correct answer is C. The @functional interface annotation tells the compiler to verify that the interface has exactly one abstract method. If you add a second abstract method, the compiler will flag it as an error. Is the following code valid? Object obj equals to system.out, println, hi. Option A. Yes, because everything is an object. Option B. No, because object is not a functional interface. Option C. Yes, if you cast it to runnable. Option D. No, because the lambda has no type. The correct answer is B. A lambda must be assigned to a functional interface type. Object is a class, not a functional interface, so the compiler cannot determine which method the lambda is supposed to implement. You would need a cast. Object obj equals runnable 2. Which interface is used to transform an object of type T into an object of type R? Option A. Supplier less than R greater than. Option B. Consumer less than T greater than. Option C. Function less than T, R greater than. Option D. By function less than T, R greater than. The correct answer is C. The function less than t. R greater than interface is specifically designed for mapping or transforming an input of type t to an output of type R. In the lambda expression var x, var y, to x plus y, the use of var is option A, illegal in lambdas. Option B, legal since Java 11. Option C, only legal for single parameters. Option D, required for all lambdas. The correct answer is B. Java 11 introduced the ability to use the var keyword for lambda parameters. This allows for applying annotations to lambda parameters, e.g., at non-null var x. 2. Which interface represents a predicate, Boolean valued function, of two arguments? Option A, double predicate. Option B, binary predicate. Option C, bipredicate. Option D, two-arg predicate. The correct answer is C. Bipredicate less than t. U greater than is the standard interface for a function that takes two arguments of types t and u and returns a Boolean. Which of these allows for lazy evaluation in Java? Option A, lambda expressions. Option B, immediate method calls. Option C, for each loops. Option D, static blocks. The correct answer is A. Lambda expressions support lazy evaluation because the code inside the lambda body is not executed until the functional interface method, e.g., get, apply, accept, is actually called. This allows developers to define logic that only runs when absolutely necessary. That wraps up our 30 practice questions on Java Lambda expressions. How many did you get right? Let us know your score in the comments. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more Java certification prep content. For a complete set of exam-level practice tests, check out the full course link in the description below.